Dun 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 dun. Yeah, you guys thought I was doing 2001, but I tricked you. I was doing Spaceballs. So, hey guys, I'm back. The board is upside down. Nobody told me. How could you guys not tell me? I blame this on PETA. He didn't tell me. I'm sorry. Well, you know what? It's too late. We're already going. So, hey guys, I'm back. And we've got the going gear. See, even if I turn this the other way, it doesn't matter, because this now is really going to mess with you. Yeah, but we got going gear. It's not the normal green box, but it is the EDC Club. I promise you. It's the Going Gear EDC Club. It's one of my, it's one of my favorite subscriptions all month, because we get to refocus all of our stuff for EDC from all of the, the regular boxes and stuff we get. So while we're refocusing on EDC, I want you to take a second, make sure you're subscribed with all your notifications. I want you to hit like and prepare to leave the most awesome comment you've ever left in your whole life while I open this up. It's a lot easier to open than a big green box. Probably saves some money too. You think this is a butt paddle for paddling butts? Oh man, I was doing so well taking everything out all at once. We got stuff. We got stuff in EDC Club. Frontline medical defense. Oh, does this glow in the dark? I hope this glows in the dark. I think it glows in the dark. It doesn't. Or it's just too bright in here to tell. I've determined that it does glow in the dark. It does. It glows in the dark. It glows in the dark. That's so cool. What else do we have in here? We have custom engraving and woodwork. So that's got to be this guy. PETA's coming over to let me know that the board's upside down now. Are you just sniffing new stuff, PETA? Oh, an Acebeam. A big old Acebeam. Seal the box. What is this? American Heart Association CPR instructor. Stop the bleed instructor. Nationally registered paramedics. So PETA's all over me. Seal the box. Tourniquet to limbs. Pressure points, I'm guessing, is these. Oh, pack the junctions. These are pressure points. And then the brachial and femoral arteries. Or femoral, depending on how you want to say it. Frontline medical defense. Okay. So let's go ahead. We've seen that. Let's see what we've got going on. Oh. It's a little, kind of a smaller valet tray. But that's a very nice wooden one. There was a time where I wasn't into valet trays and stuff, but now I have stuff everywhere. So let's see. I had a knife to put stuff in. It's nicely done. Let's see. So, premium box for May. I'm missing something. No! I'm missing. Oh no. Oh no. Well, this is terrible. I will get in touch with them. I'm so sad. Or they did this on purpose to spare you guys 40 minutes of medical stuff. Oh no. Oh no. I'm just looking around me to make sure I didn't dump it somewhere. I do not have my Frontline Medical Defense Adventure Mini EDC. The Take Anywhere Adventure Mini EDC Medical Kit. Oh no. Handle common injuries. Oh no. Did I miss it? No. Well, that's sad. That's very sad. I'll see if I can find a picture of it to put in here. Oh. Well, there are 3 items in the standard box. We had the Infinity Cuts and Creations 5x5 wooden tray. It's acacia wood. You know, the Russians, the Soviets had a howitzer called the Acacia. The wooden trays were engraved locally in Woodstock, Georgia. These make an ideal landing spot for your EDC essentials. Okay. So yeah, it's like a little valet tray, and I'll use it. I'll definitely. You know what's really nice? The stain on it. If you look at it in the right way, it almost has like a depth, like a 3D depth look. It is an EDC item because you can use it every single day. Like, you know, put it by the door, put it by the bed, and I don't know where my keys are right now. I haven't gone out anywhere in a bit, but you can put. This is not my standard EDC pen, you know. Put it all in there and keep all your stuff close. I need this organization right now. I'm so discombobulated. My Fitbit's probably charged, so I can put that over there too. You know, these are cool to have. I like it. I like it. Not like a super, like, take it out of the house and run around with it kind of EDC thing, but keep your other stuff organized. I have my shark head valet tray that I made in the shop, and I have another leather one with more stuff just piled in it, and I got that one. Good. I'm sorry I can't show you the medical one. I'll get in touch with them. We'll see it. We'll see it at some point. If I can find a picture of it, I'll splice it in. I know EDC Club, though, they're very dependable. If an item is missing, they will get it. So a couple other countries I might not have, a couple other companies I might not have so much faith. But I know that these guys will get it. So next we've got an SRM. SRM, I'm pretty sure, is the new branding of SRM, and they've been around for a while. SRM. This is the Mecca 9225. So there's absolutely a Chinese-made knife, 3.25-inch D2 steel. I have no idea what it is because I have not seen it in any way. What is this? Oh, this is a multifunctional shovel. That's not this. This is just a pamphlet. Folding knives. I don't want to see the knife until we open it up here, so I'm not even going to look. Is it Mecha Godzilla? Mecha Barbara Streisand? Okay. This is the Mecha. This is, and now if you remember SRM from a long time ago, several years ago when they started, this is a far departure from the very basic stuff that they used to do. So we have some laminate carbon fiber, and this whole thing is not carbon fiber. So this is G10 with a carbon fiber laminate over it. Just FYI. And that's, you know, this is a so this is a 52.95 value, so don't expect like a solid block of carbon fiber at that price, honestly. That's how we know that this is like a laminate thin piece over G10. But the milling on this is really nice. And the milling on this, you know, would not be, I wouldn't have known this a few years ago, but seeing, you know, Darren messing around with the CNC machine now and what it takes and how this kind of hard material, yeah, this is harder than some metals for machining. It eats through bits. So that's kind of where a lot of your price comes from on something like this. So fit and finish is actually very nice. I mean, really nicely done. It's got an axis lock. Can we one-hand it? We almost can one-hand it. But let's see. So we've got that deployment option. It's not bad. And then this needs a little bit of breaking in time. This would be my preferred way to open a knife like this, but because of the positioning of this, whatever they're calling this axis lock, they don't call it the axis lock because that's what's trademarked. It's just a little bit harder than a standard front flipper knife. We just got a great example. Where's the Labrador? I don't know where it is. I've been using it. The only place I do go, kind of the backyard lately, maybe like there's a small store, like, I mean, less than a quarter of a mile away. That's the only place I've been going lately. But it has a great front flipper to use. My finger positioning to open this automatically kind of impinges on this lock, which makes it just a little bit difficult, but not impossible. a liner lock would be a little easier to flip this thing open with. See how my thumbs block it? If without fingers blocking it, and I'm just going to show you, it flips right open. So this would be one of those ones where you have to work on your fingering, Kyle. Where finger position makes all the difference, because as soon as I put my fingers here to do it, I'm blocking that lock. That's why when I have my thumb up there, it works really nicely. But otherwise, it's a very, I get it, Mecca design. And it's a comfortable kind of feel. Man, I'm sucking today. The blade is well done. I cannot make things happen today. What is wrong with me? There we go. I am terrible today. I'm not feeling so good today. And then we'll do a pull through. I'm not gonna, yeah, I'll pew. Pull through is not bad. A little harder than I thought it was gonna be. Pew, it could do a little better pewing. Maybe a little time with just a strop. I wouldn't even diamond this. Just a little strop and it's ready to go. And it has already started to break in really nice. So with this, you know what? Where's my KPL? I think KPL will probably be all we need to really get this thing firing super nice. I think a little oil help get down in there. Yeah. Yeah, so as it breaks in, this is going to be a very efficient one-handed. Just got to get the feel of that lock there. And we haven't loosened the pivot at all or anything. It needs to break in a little bit. Can't really, I don't think you're really going to be able to use any thumb studs or anything. I'd love to be able to use that front flipper, but my finger positioning on this thing is just not going to let me do it very efficiently. But if I can open it like that, it doesn't really matter. Awesome. Okay, so you know what? It's in the standard box, $52. Maybe that MSRP is a little high, but still a very interesting knife. It's one of those, take it out of your pocket, and dudes are like, what the hell is that thing? You know? And it'll get the job done. And it can break in to one hand. Maybe not my primary choice, but I definitely would be willing to take it out. And again, give it a chance to break in my pocket and see what it does. SRM has some really interesting kind of designs these days. Like I said, they branched out from the kind of normal stuff, like very plain stuff they used to do. Not my favorite, but interesting knife to carry around. And I am willing to give it a try. So let's move into the, by the way, $14.95, and then the medical kit would have been $21.99. So let's move into the premium. So we're gonna move right into a concept. No matter what you think or what your brain wants to do, they want you to pronounce this concept, not cancept. So this is, oh, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Here's the specs for this concept. Okay. What do they have to say? Justin Koch. Medium size folding cleaver knife. I'm not so much into cleavers, but we'll see. 2.45 inch blade, so EDC sized. 154 cm, great EDC steel. Brown micarta, black Tycian. Gotta look up CN. Capernaceum, titanium Capernaceum coated blade. That's a new one for me. So we've got your standard concept cloth here and literature. Do not eat. And oh, it's a little guy. It is a little guy. So EDC fans, here you go. It's an EDC box. What do you expect? Nicely done, micarta, though. You can see here where the difference between where the pivot oil is versus the rest of the handle. Perfectly centered. Thin little blade. Nice deep carry clip. Can you reverse it? No, you can't. So it is right-handed only. And that's fine, because you know what? If you're left-handed, you're a witch. They burned you in the 1600s for it, and they're still punishing you for it now with knife clips. It's a very cleavery looking thing. Interesting little forward swedge there in the design. Actually, though, you know what? I was all ready to be like, I hate cleaver knives, but that handle, though. All right, I will say, just that little edge right there, I will, at sooner or later, carrying this around enough, I'm going to pinch my finger with it, and I'm going to cut myself, because that's what I do. Cut myself on stupid things all the time. But the handle itself is very comfortable. Now, if you don't have ridiculous sized hands, like me or my friend Adam, who today, by the way, graduated and got his PhD, and so now he is a doctor of doctoring. I told you guys he was smarter than me. He also has big hands. So if you have normal sized fingers, that's not going to be a problem. But this, even in my hand, this handle fits really well. Fits really well, feels really good. This has a value on the paper of $69.95. And this is something that I can work with, because this, even though it's little, it makes damn near full blade contact with a surface for whatever you're using it for. And easy lock. Can we? Thumb studs are nice. So you got two options. You got your flip and your thumb studs. And now I know locking knives have legality issues all over the world in a lot of places, but this being under 3 inches is what, lock mechanism aside, this being under 3 inches will keep it legal in a lot of places for in your pocket. And that, no effort whatsoever. I mean, I can shave this thing. Very nice. Let's see. I don't think we even really need to do this, but we will. Barely moves for the slice and the pull through. Now, pull through, it's a little small. I'm wondering if that will be a problem with leverage. Not at all. Snaps right through. And then, pew, pew, pew. A lot of surface area to really pew through it. Very nice little EDC knife. Like, again, even though I'm not a fan of cleave, you know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see a bigger version where they follow this curve through and it comes to maybe a drop point or whatever, just to see what it would look like. That would be really cool. But my micarta feels good. Of course, I may or may not just oil the whole thing to see how it feels, because you got some good, that texture that micarta has. You have it even on the oiled section here. It still has that grip. That's what's great about micarta. It always has that grip. It always feels really good. And not a whole lot of billboarding. Very simple look to it. It does, because of that forward kind of swedge, it does look like somebody snapped your knife. That's the way I think about cleavers. It looks like somebody snapped your knife in half. But very lightweight, and obviously in your pocket. It's a little wide when it's closed, but it's not going to take up a whole lot of length size. But yes, very wide when it's closed. Kind of chunky. It's a nice knife though. Cool. Always nice to get 2 interesting knives in one box. Now, the big ticket item is this Acebeam P17. I've never met an Acebeam I didn't like. This is going to be the largest Acebeam. Maybe not the largest. Where the hell is my big old titanium one? I got an Acebeam in Going Gear, and you know what? I will put a link to that one. I'm going to put a link to Going Gear in the video description like I always do anyway, because I love Going Gear. Because they not only have this subscription, but they have such cool stuff on their website sometimes that I like to peruse and occasionally buy. But in one of the Going Gear EDC clubs, we got one of my absolute favorite lights. And I don't know where it is right now. I was just using it. It's the Acebeam titanium anodized finish. It's awesome. I'm going to put that in the video description so you can check that out. I loved it. I still love it. I use it all the time. That's why I can't figure out where it is exactly right now, because it's not on the shelf where I usually keep it, because I was using it to dig through something. This one is black. It says black. Here's some instructions right here printed on the box. And this one's a bit bigger and heavier. On the larger side of EDC, this does say this is maximum lumen output of 4,900 lumens and around 1,459 feet of beam throw. That's crazy. It's got 2 switches, dual switch operation on the tail. Wow, look at that reflector. It's huge. Let's see. It's a big old battery too. Look at that. 5,100 milliamp hour. It's a Type-C rechargeable. Goes directly into the battery. So there is no opportunity, I guess, to charge this internal. You have to take the battery out, which it's cool. It's convenient to just plug it right into the battery, but I do like being able to charge stuff, directly in. Sometimes it's convenient to just being able to plug a thing right into the back of the battery, Okay, in all transparency, this is the next day. You have to take some time to get to know this beast. It has, let me show you these are the different modes and how to get there. And now in the intervening time, I found the E70, this is my absolute favorite EDC light. And it is big and it is chunky. This also came from Going Gear from the EDC Club. I love this light. It is phenomenal. Following right behind this is the Olight. I think it's the M2R Warrior, the M2T Warrior. I can't remember, but I love this. And this is a big light. But now take a look at this guy next to it. Now the P17, the Defender, this is much more, I'd say, of a it's EDC. You could EDC it, but it's big. This is like a tactical type light. It is bright and it has so many different modes that you could go to, and you really have to. This is my one complaint about this light. You really got to get to know all of this, and so it has like an automatic. You could just hit it and just turn it on and go to like your bright, or it has the actual function cap, and then this does different modes. Now, right now, I have it just set on one. I don't even know which mode I have it set on. The user setting change. I mean, it does flashing. It does. There's daily mode, tactical mode, special mode. I couldn't possibly demonstrate everything it does right now for you because it has so much stuff. But yeah, turbo at 4,900 lumens is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, and it does get hot. And so I'm not saying it's a bad light at all. That is not what I'm saying. This is one hell of a light, but you really got to take the time to get to know it and know what it all does. And so like I'm saying, stuff is really a lot of combinations of knowing exactly what to do with the 2 switches. And like any other light, once you get to know how it works, I'm sure it becomes almost like a second nature kind of thing. Some Olights are, that I like Olight. I know some people really don't like them. I like Olight a lot. But there are some that are kind of complicated. You gotta get to know the different patterns you do stuff. Just like this, I need more time to figure this out and feel this out and really get to know it. But it is comfortable. I like that it has the deep carry clip and it has the reversible, so you could, this would be a hell of a heavy thing to put on a bill of hat or something, but you could, it's got the 2-way clip. Let's face it, it's heavy. You could clunk somebody with it pretty good. You'll throw light 445 meters, which is pretty good. IPX8 rating. So this thing can take a dunk and keep ticking. Pretty intense light. But like I said, it's the kind of light where I'm sure that you'll, once you get to know it, it's great. You just got to take the time to get to know it. So that is our Going Gear Premium. I will shoot them an email and see about that medical thing. Like I said, I'm sure they'll make good. They're a very good company. I really like them. That's why I love getting my EDC club every month. I really love a lot of the stuff. Some of my favorite stuff, honestly, has come in the EDC club. So, you know what? And since this is the day after, I don't have the other stuff. I actually was carrying around the concept. I was carrying that around with me. And what did I do with the other guy? I had both those knives where I was messing with them just the other day, and I'm not sure where I put them. So I couldn't even, I don't know, but interesting box. So sorry I don't have everything right in front of me right here, but I was actually, looking at the stuff and carrying the stuff around, and love that little concept. I really do. It was a very, I just, carried it around to, there's a little grocery store we can walk to from here. It's a short walk, it's just good for me in my current lung condition, but it lets me get a little bit of exercise. It was very comfortable in my pocket, and I liked it. But so what do you guys think of this month? Yes, no. I think some people might look at this light, honestly, and be like, oh, it's a bit much, but it is a bit much. But I think that like I said, I've said this a couple times now, once you get familiar with it, I think it's pretty cool, and I'm going to spend some time getting familiar with it. So anyway, guys, I definitely want to hear your opinions. Please do. Let's talk about it. What do you think? What do you like? What do you not like? Fellow subscribers, what do you think of this month? I really love the EDC Club. It's one of my favorites every month. And like I said, if you're interested, check out the link. I always put links to some of my favorite ones that I do in the video description, so there'll be a link to Going Gear. You can check out all the stuff they have. I even buy individual stuff. They have some cool stuff on there. God, I wish I should have bought their special edition Benchmade 940 when I got the chance. Son of a bitch. Anyway, thanks for watching with me, guys. Remember that you are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.